Okay, welcome everyone to the in-person career fair prep workshop. We're very happy you're here. My name is Sarah Shepard. I'm the Director of Employer Relations, and really my role is to meet with employers who want to connect with our students for jobs and internships. And very proud to host our large spring career fair. It's the biggest event of the year and the one where we bring the most employers to campus. So it's very exciting. And with me today, I have Mariana Ayerbi.
Hello, thank you. My name is Mariana Yerby, and I'm the Deputy Director of Career Education. I work in the Manhattan campus, but I work with this lovely team, and I have another colleague of mine in the Manhattan campus. You might have met her, Erica Wu. And yeah, we'll get started. So, slowly we'll get started. Here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to go over updating your resume and what that entails, some hidden tips for you there. We're also going to talk about how to research companies so that you're prepared to talk to the people who are coming. Then we're going to create and practice your elevator pitch. We're actually going to tell you what an elevator pitch is if you don't know what it is. Then dress for success. Again, some tips about how to look as professional as you can. Then we're going to cover what a career fair is like. We're actually going to show a really cool video. And then to finalize it, we're going to talk about how to stay organized and sending thank you emails after the fair.
Thank you, Mariana. So first up is updating your resume. This is kind of your, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
If you don't mind muting, Mariana, there's a little bit of background. I'm sorry.
I know, I'm so sorry. I was trying to do that. I sit in a cubicle, so that's why. That's lively.
Thank you. So updating your resume, this is kind of your sales tool for yourself for the day. So you want to make sure your resume is clear, concise, and up to date. Include anything that you've been doing this semester, last, anything volunteer, any internships, even any jobs. Those are all relevant on your resume. And just make sure it's really neatly done and easy to read. We also offer resume review. We do not have much time left because the fair is on Thursday, but we can certainly try. So if you upload your resume to Handshake, we'll give you review and feedback on that resume. And if you can find an appointment between now and the fair, you would go to Handshake, the Career Center section, and then appointments. And then you'll want to actually physically bring at least 10 copies of your resume to the fair, because you'll hand that to employers when you're meeting with them. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for the transitions. My controls are all over the place. Now, how to research companies and opportunities. As we alluded to in the beginning, we want to make sure that you're ready to meet with the people who are going to be here. So the first thing, if you haven't done so already, is to register for the fair on Handshake, and there you will see the list of employers. Then you're going to decide which employers you are interested in meeting with. And then what we recommend is you research these companies and the specific job opportunities before Thursday. And then this way you'll have a plan to determine which tables you're going to visit. If you have time, of course, visit more than that, but at least you'll have like your top 5 that you definitely want to make sure you talk to. And then this will help you guide, your time and highlight your related skills with employers that you already know are looking for your skill set.
Thank you. And in addition to that, about the employers coming and the jobs that they're looking for, we're going to pop a link in the chat. Samantha Karpoloff's going to get that to you all shortly. And that's a link to a PDF to basically every company that's coming and the positions they said they were recruiting for. And then we actually have it aligned by career community. So you just think of your major and what community makes most sense. And then you can see who you should talk to and who you should meet with and who you should do further research on. Okay, so now we're going to talk about your elevator pitch. This kind of goes hand in hand with your resume. So when you walk up to a table and you meet with a recruiter, you're expected to introduce yourself. So this is what you want to have practice ahead of time. This is called your elevator pitch. The idea behind it is you get into an elevator and behind you walks the CEO of the company you really want to work for. You have no time to think about what you're going to say, your background. You want to make sure this is so practiced that it just comes out naturally because you have no time to think about it. So your elevator pitch really should include your name, your class level and major at Mercy. Sorry, that says college. And then your short-term or long-term career goal, whichever makes most sense for you and who you're talking to. So you want to make sure you kind of tailor this a little bit to who you're talking to. And then you'll want to include any experience you have that support that career goal. That can be volunteer experience, internship experience, work experience, any projects you're working on, even any personal experience, but not too personal, that show why you might have a passion for the career goal that you have shared. So we're actually going to do this exercise together. So we will pause and ask everyone to share, but why don't you all take the next minute and a half to write out your elevator pitch. So this way you have it ready for the fair. Oh, I have some samples on the next page. Maybe I'll read those examples to you first. And then we'll go back to the other slide for the workshop piece. So hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a senior at Mercy College, majoring in behavioral science. My goal is to work in social service with children in foster care. I enjoy helping people and have volunteered at a food pantry for the past 5 years. So that's one example. Another, hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a junior at Mercy University. Sorry, again, whoops. Majoring in nursing. Make sure you say university at the career fair. Yes. I'm interested in working with the geriatric population. I have personal experience caring for my grandmother for the past several years. So here's where we're going to pause the recording, ask you all to write out your pitch, and then we'll ask for a few brave souls to share their pitch with us. If it's good practice. I'll pause that now.
So we did that. So now a word on, again, to present yourself the best you can. We also have to make sure we dress professionally. So just to be very, very obvious, you might not have to dress this way if you get the job, the internship or the job. But for the beginning, you want to go as professional as you can be, right? To have that solid first impression. So that means as professional as you can be, right? If you just want to avoid basically, you want to avoid athletic wear, you want to avoid denim, nothing with holes, nothing with big brands on it. Usually we recommend that. So as professional as you can, right? If you have a blazer, please wear it. Dress pants if you have, or a dress that is serious enough, long enough. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to wear, but you know what I'm talking about. Shoes that are comfortable to walk in, but not athletic shoes. And then try to keep the accessories at a minimum. You're not there for, for them to remember your necklace or your earrings. You're there for them to remember what you talked about, right? And how you presented yourself. So as plain and professional as you can. If you don't have a blazer or something along these lines, we will have a career closet there at the entrance to the fair. So don't let that be the reason you don't go because you don't have a blazer or a shirt or tie or any of these. Wear the most professional you can, and then we can help you get something else right there at the fair, and that's free for you to take and keep. So those are the main recommendations as professional as you can for that first impression. Mariam, you have a question?
Yes, hi. When it's saying for the colors of neutral, I did bought a suit, but it needs to be like dark colors. Cause like I feel like the color is more like a pinkish color, so it might be too bright. So it needs to be like gray, black, and tan for it to be acceptable.
Not necessarily. So I think there's some variety there now that we can be okay with, just as long as you pair it with, neutral colors. You're not going to wear pink and then heels and so on. So try to keep it as neutral as possible. Now that you have the pink blazer, just keep the other part neutral. But I think it's totally fine, and I think it will look really nice. Yeah.
I love pink blazers.
I have one
must
too.
say.
Yeah, no, that's fine. This is more than just traditional. Just try to stay with, at least have some of this. for in case it's a really serious workplace, right? For an interview or for first impression. But as long as it's fitted, it's clean, it's ironed, you can't go wrong with a blazer, right? Just not pink on pink and heels and earrings. Like let's not go too far. But if you have a blazer that's colorful or pants are colorful, it's totally fine.
But because I have both like a gray blazer and a pink blazer, but then it was a full suit, so the pants are pink too. So I could just switch it like for black pants.
That would look great. Either one. That's either one of the blazers, black pants. You nail it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect.
We
Mhm.
have a question in the chat about socks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think nowadays, men wearing funkier socks is acceptable.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go too funky, but like stripes are okay. I personally think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you want to show a little bit of character with your socks, I think that's
fine.
more acceptable now than it
Absolutely.
used to
Yeah.
be. So yeah, go for it. You want to
Yeah.
be your authentic self while also being professional. So I know that's a fine line, but you
Yeah,
know,
and
we
a
don't.
little,
Sorry, go ahead.
sorry, Sarah, as you were saying, just a little color pop is fine, but you don't want to have the colorful socks and the colorful blazer and the colorful tie and the colorful, like, let's pick one, right? So it's not everything. I think that's totally fine. Giovanni has a question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's not really a question, but yeah, it's a statement, but I just want to ask what you guys think. Yes, I'm coming to this fair from a non-traditional background, not being a current Mercy student. But I am a recent college graduate who continue working at my current job. So yes, I graduated in 2022. But yes, currently too, I do have internship experiences too, but I had two internships during COVID and they stopped during COVID too. So how do I just empathize and just show my experience, but not really having that much due to the pandemic?
Sure, and that's understandable. I don't think any I don't think every student should or every graduate should expect to have the same experience, you know, that traditional get right out of college and find a full-time role. I did not have that experience either, so I totally understand where you're coming from. You just want to focus on your strengths and what you've done. So you don't need to bring up that you have been working in the same position. You can just discuss what you have done and just spin it positively. And that's my best advice is just positive spin on everything. And it's also completely understandable if you haven't switched roles yet, and hopefully you'll find something really great at the fair.
Yes.
And that'll be the door that you were looking for.
Yes.
Yeah. And to add to that, that's great what Sarah says. I agree with everything. I'm going to have Sam, if you don't mind, look for the transferable skills worksheet on our website. And so these are skills that you have developed in a position and that transfer over to a different position. So whatever your position you were in while you were at Mercy and that you're still in, even if it's not the position that you ideally want to be in, you're developing skills that can transfer over and that you can talk to employers about, things that are your strengths, right? And we want to make sure that you're clear on what those are. And this little worksheet will help you identify those and have like maybe 3 ready. So it could be, you know, communication, it could be teamwork, it could be leadership, whatever it is that you might not think you have done, you might have already from your previous experience. So I will make sure we add that to the chat if we haven't done so already. I will take a look at it once I'm done chatting. But this will help you. It's a little worksheet that says like what have you done and what skill does that represent? So you can hold on to maybe 3 for the career fair. You have many more than that, but at least you know, okay, although I haven't worked in the field directly, these are my top 3 skills that I bring. So
Yes. All right.
I think that will help you. Make sure you pay attention to that little link.
Yes, of course. And also too, I do have another question too. Yes, it was not too long ago. I actually had excuse me. I actually had an appointment with Sam, and me and Sam spoke too, and I also mentioned to her that I did actually have I would say about 3 interviews for a position there at Mercy University for the admissions recruiter. And I do have emails too. I interviewed with Cecil Wright. And yes, and I made it to I believe the third round, and yes, and I didn't get no sort of information based on like my current status if I got the role or not too. Do I bring that up at the event too or no?
I would say if it's not the person that you last interviewed with, I would not bring it up. But you can also just showcase your enthusiasm again
Yes,
and
of
just
course.
say that, don't say I'm following up, say I've been interviewing for positions and I'm hoping to hear something back soon.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the right thing. And if you have any other questions about specifically working for Mercy, we can take that offline for after the
Okay.
workshop.
All right. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Don't be sorry. These are great questions. Thank you, Giovanni.
Yeah, Giovanni and everyone else, the transferable skills worksheet is in the chat. So if you want to click on that, and then you'll feel, even if you're not Giovanni, you'll feel solid about having some skills that you can really talk about, even if it's from internships or from other work experience. Okay, any other questions about attire and professional dress?
Um,
Not, yeah, go ahead, Daniel.
do you guys have any comments about turtlenecks?
No, that's great.
Okay.
I think that's great. Yeah. That works. Okay. Continue. Oh, all right. Okay, this is a quick video. It's wonderful, and Sarah will be talking in the video about what it's like to actually experience a career fair at Mercy. So this is from last year, right, Sarah?
Yes, this
Mercy
is
College
actual
Spring
footage. Sorry,
2023
I'll stop talking.
Job and internship fair.
Sorry.
Mariana, it's very glitchy. Should we go into YouTube? I'm sorry. You're muted though.
Go ahead, tell me. Go into
Should
YouTube.
Yeah, should we go into YouTube? It's just very glitchy and hard
It
to
is glitchy.
follow.
I don't know if I can, yes, let me try. 1 sec.
You want me to find the link? I'll get the link.
My name is Vanessa Valentine. I am a senior. I'm graduating May 2023. I actually finished though.
Let's try that again. Sorry. Okay.
Mercy College Spring 2023 Job and Internship Fair.
That sounds better, but we don't see it on the screen.
You don't hear? You don't see?
We don't see it, but we hear it, and it sounds better.
Okay, excellent. We're getting to where we need to be.
Thank you.
Let's see.
There we go.
That's good. Okay, let's see.
My name is Vanessa Valentine. I am a senior. I'm graduating May 2023. I actually finished though in December of 2022. I had a great experience in Mercy College. My behavioral science major professors, they were amazing. They changed my life in a way. They showed me a different perspective of society and community and wanting to actually be more passionate and giving back to the community.
So within the first year, you can get promoted to assistant manager. As you progress, it just gets better and better.
My name is Candace Williams. I am a Mercy alum, class of 2012. I'm here with the office of the Bronx District Attorney, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys today and be back in my own stomping ground. We have college internships, legal internships, we have entry-level positions.
St. John's Riverside Hospital is excited to be here. We have a wonderful nursing program, and we have several nursing positions that are open and available. We have met several of your nursing students today and are excited to tell you we're bringing them in next week for interviews. We love brand new nurses.
My name is Jair Blanton. I'm a special agent with the United States Secret Service. We hire special agents, we hire uniform division officers, and we hire admin, professional, and technical positions, which are non-gun carrier positions.
I think it's great to be able to interact with these potential employers to not only see what they're about, but to, just like they're asking us questions, we have to ask them questions and see what it is that they're doing.
I graduated from Mercy with my urban education master's degree in 2008. And then I had an opportunity to be an adjunct professor at the Bronx chapter. And I did that for 3 semesters and it was wonderful.
I'm a little nervous, honestly, but I think it's helped me go communicate and just be professional and show them what I want to be interested in.
This is a way for them to be uncomfortable, get into networking, push themselves out of their comfort zone, meet people, talk about their career interests, things that they might not normally be doing. Super important for them to get out into the workforce and build connections and hopefully land interviews out of the event.
I went to KIPP as a student, came to Mercy as a student. Now I work back at KIPP NYC and I'm hiring Mercy students.
There's plenty of opportunities to get a job, to get your feet wet. If you're first starting, then it's excellent.
The Mercy student came to me as an intern back in 2018. Now he is one of our top salespeople.
What I'm seeing today, first off, one thing that impressed the daylights out of me is before this even started, there was about 20 students out here dressed to a T. They have their resumes there. They're ready to go. They're coming right to us. They look professional. They want to be here. They're showing that engagement.
They come prepared, they have their resumes, they ask the questions, and they interview well. So whatever you're doing to prepare them, please keep doing it.
All right, that's amazing. Sorry about the transition. All right, back to.
Thank you. That was perfect, Mariana. And I can share my deck if you have to run.
I have to go. Do you mind, Sarah?
Nope.
I will see everyone at the fair. Your pictures are amazing. And yeah, I'm very excited to see you and to walk around and meet you all. I'll talk to you all later. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you,
Sam.
Mariana.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, here we go. Can you see that last slide of stay organized and send thank you emails? Yes, okay, great. So this is really the last slide about what to do during the fair and then your follow-up after the fair. So when you're talking to employers, they're probably going to give you their business cards. So make sure you're collecting those in a safe place. If you have a notebook handy to keep notes on your interactions, that might be helpful. The employers might say a specific position you should apply for, might tell you something specific about where to apply. So having a notebook is a really good idea. And business cards are necessary for you to collect so you can send thank you emails to everyone that you meet with. And that can just be a quick email that just says, thank you so much for your time. I enjoyed talking to you about the marketing internship. I would love to be considered. And really that's it. It doesn't have to be long. If you talked about anything that might have been memorable, I would include that also in your thank you email. Something silly. It could have been like, oh, we both love the same restaurant or something like that. That'll just make them remember you. And then the reason a thank you email is so important is because it really could be the difference between getting an interview or not. That I've seen that as a recruiter myself. Thank you emails go a long way. So it's worth a few minutes that it takes to send those follow-ups, especially to those employers you're really, really interested in meeting with. Any questions about thank you emails?
I have a question.
Sure.
So how long usually do you wait to send it? Like the next day? Like I'm assuming you don't want to wait too long.
Right. I would do it that day or the next day. So within 24 hours is usually the rule of thumb. If you have way too much going on and you can't make that happen, do it when you can, but the goal would be within 24 hours. And I'm gonna stop sharing because I can't see my controls. Okay, so now we're at the Q&A portion. So if you'd like to put a question in the chat, or if you want to unmute, just about really anything about the fair that you have questions on.
I have a question about the resumes. How many resumes should we print out to bring?
I would bring around 10 copies. If you look at, and Sam, I might ask you to put that in the chat again, just for anybody who joined late. If you look at the list of companies coming and then the positions they're recruiting for, and you have like 20 employers that you want to see, bring 20 resumes. So basically, whoever you want to go meet with, bring that number of resumes. We usually recommend around 10, but it depends on you as an individual.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hi, I have a question. Oh,
Go for it, David.
Oh, thank
Daniel,
you.
sorry. David, yeah.
Sorry, it's about two questions. First, would it be appropriate to bring, let's say, a parent, a sibling, or a friend along with us? It's got to be my first time personally attending one of these events, so might be a little bit intimidating. So would it be like appropriate? Is that okay?
Unfortunately, it would not be appropriate.
Mm.
And that's just, you know, you have to be a Mercy student or Mercy alum to get into the fair. And it can be very intimidating. So we have a few things in place to help you. So we have the career information table where we'll have our career staff present to give you advice. In addition to that, we'll have staff members doing what we're calling first timers tours. So if it's your first time, you're not really sure what to do, you can get a tour of the fair with someone who walks around and teaches you kind of how to work the room. And then, you know, the career info table, we're also there for a little boost. You know, we'll get you through it. Don't worry. And you won't be the only one who's nervous. Lots of people will be nervous, David.
Right.
Good question.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, how you doing, Sarah?
Hi, I think Daniel was next, and then.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
That's
Go ahead.
okay. Don't worry.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, I have a question about the elevator page. Like, as we are talking with our employers, is it okay for us to read the elevator page from verbatim from the paper, or do we have to like speak it out naturally?
You'd want to speak it out naturally. And if you feel like it's too long to speak it out naturally, shorten it. So shorten it to wherever you could get it communicated out naturally. Sorry. Yeah. I think that would be the best bet.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Sarah, I have a question.
Yes.
My question is, let's say my major is in business administration, data analytics field. So when I look at the job list, those all companies that don't have the position that I'm looking for, is that okay for me to ask the employers that do you guys have this position opening in that field?
That is the perfect thing to do. If you don't see any positions on that list that work for you, look at the companies that are coming, and then maybe look at their website and see if they have any positions listed that are related to what you're looking for. Most employers are not writing every single position that they're recruiting for on their registration. So yes, I would definitely recommend going to visit any of the companies that you're interested in and asking them if they have any positions appropriate for data analytics.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, Giovanni, I see your hand is raised.
Yes, my question is, yes, tomorrow I know that Mercy University is having a revamp your resume. Yeah, is that true?
Yeah, we're having if you need a little work on your resume or you want to have a career coach look at it,
Yeah.
they'll be on the Bronx campus though tomorrow.
The Bronx campus. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, not the Dobbs Ferry campus?
Not tomorrow. No, unfortunately. But if you can upload it to Handshake and we'll try and take a look at it.
Oh, okay, yes.
Just not sure if we don't know what kind of volume we'll get, and we only have it's basically a day before the fair, so.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course, of course. So, if I decide to go to the Dobbs Ferry campus tomorrow to just, get my resume just looked at by a tutor, is that possible?
Well, I don't think we would have any walk-ins. Sam, did you have any other? I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah, Giovanni, we worked on it recently, but I can take another look at it. Just email it to me. I won't be on campus, but you can email it to me. I'll get back to you.
Oh, okay, yes. Well, thank you so much, Sam.
Yep.
Oh, if you worked on it with Sam, I bet it's in perfect shape. Taylor, you have a question?
Yes, so I saw the document that Samantha put in the chat for like a list of employers, and I'll just use Mercy as an example. So it says like they have like openings for like accounting and school of business, this, that. So you might have mentioned this before, but like, is it appropriate to ask like for more information on those openings that they have, or are we just supposed to like come knowing like all of it already?
Well, what do you mean by knowing more about it?
So just based on the doc that she posted, it said like they have an opening for like accounting. So is it okay for me to ask them like, I guess like what specifically do they have, or like what does that role that they're have the opening for, like what does that entail?
Sure. Excellent question. So keep this in mind when you're visiting any table. You're probably meeting with people from human resources. The people from human resources are not going to know everything about each position. Like they're not going to know by living it because they're just the ones recruiting. So what I would do instead is say, I see you're recruiting for an accountant. I'm very interested in that position. Here's my resume. And really just expressing your interest. If they know more about the position, maybe they'll share some more detail. But we never want to assume that the person recruiting knows everything about the role that they're recruiting for, if that makes sense.
Yes, that does. Thank you so much.
No problem. Any other questions that you can put them in the chat or you can unmute. Great questions today, guys. Amazing. Okay, well, you can always email us if you have questions. You can find us, the whole career team, at the fair on Thursday. I'll be wearing a bright blue blazer. Please find me. And we look forward to seeing you there, ready to impress. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.